Good morning, y'all. It took me 5 minutes to figure out my tripod because, well, it just did. I hope y'all can hear over the street. I'll try to talk really loud. It shouldn't be a problem. I don't have my hearing aids in. I don't need to hear when the ants are coming on me. I can feel them. But anyway, I I'm really bad about I'll do something or I'll tell you I'm going to do something and then I do it and then I show it to you. So today you're going to get a treat. I have, if y'all remember, this. See, I told you I forgot how to use my tripod. Anyway, y'all know that Jerry found this on the side of the road. I mean, it's not even scratched, y'all. And no, I am not going to paint it white. Can you believe that? And I'm not painting it black. Now, I have figured out that I thought I'd, do this where there's good background. Actually, back here behind the shed is cool in the mornings, but I'm going to tell you there are lizards that live back here. So if you hear a blood curdling scream, you'll know it was me and then the lizard. But Lily has been hanging out back here, y'all, and I figured out that when I leave my back door open, she catches lizards and brings them in the house. I don't keep my back door open anymore. I'm sorry I look so good, y'all. I know you're embarrassed that you look like crap. Anyway, so what I'm doing is, first of all, you know that I let my plants, I've got so much paint on my hand, I let all of my plants get infested with not whitefly, spider mites. What an idiot! And we won't talk about that because I've been replaying it in my head for a week now. And it's like, forgive yourself. But I mean, I went a whole day. I was so depressed. I was ready to get out in the yard and just yank everything up by the roots. Thank goodness I didn't do that, or I'd really be depressed. So anyway, I looked online. It said use a certain amount of dish soap and water and spray everything down good, including the underside. Duh. Even I knew that. So anyway, I did that. Now, I had a bunch of these, where are you? I had a bunch of succulents, just little mamas and chicks. There's another name for that, y'all, but hello, I don't know what it is. I could pick it out, though, on a multiple choice test. I love multiple choice. And everybody knows that's Wells Fargo, I'm declining. They're going to ask me, we've had some suspicious activity at Lowe's. Is that you? Of course it's me. Anyway, so I took all of these out of their little bed that I stuck them in so that they could grow and maintain some roots. Well, I got a bucket of water, some soapy water, and I swooshed and swooshed and swooshed, and then clean water and blah, blah, blah. So if there is a spider mite on here, it's because he's caught in between a couple of leaves and he's dead. So I finally decided, and I'll tell you why, that I was going to plant these. Now, y'all know, or some of y'all know, when I lived in Washington, Bremerton, I had a huge, it was, I don't know, 3 by 4 inch bed right in front of my front porch. Lord, I love that front porch. Anyway, they were already there when I got there, and they were hens and chicks. Yeah, hens and chicks. And I thought, how stupid. These things are going to freeze. They're going to drown. Now, they were mounded a little bit, but I mean, they were so crowded together. There was like no space. No space. Well, when the, and I flunked flower arrangement, by the way, along with math. I got a D minus. So, I was amazed. The first winter we were there, it rained 23 days straight. And y'all heard me say this before. I told my husband, I said, babe, if it rains one more day, I'm packing my bags and I'm going home, which was Oceanside. So anyway, the next day the sun came out. Let's see, train of thought. Yes, I get a prize, y'all, if I stay on track. Now, I wish I had one, but I don't, because I've plucked all of these dearly. But what happens is underneath the base, the bottom ones will dry up, and eventually they fall out. Well, talk about OCD. I used to get my tweezers out and I would spread my little plants a little bit and I'd pull all those dry ones out of there. I know Chris thought, I know she's lost it now. She's sitting out there for hours with a pair of tweezers. I loved it. It's like popping blackheads or something. Yeah, I'm still watching that stuff. But anyway, okay, so that doesn't count. One of the things that I have discovered, boy, this is not just real, okay, that I've discovered that I've been doing, which is not good. I have been reusing old potting soil. Now, for one thing, you know, it usually comes with some nutrients in it. It's supposed to last 3 to 6 months. I don't know. But I figure a little fertilizer. But what you don't realize is there can be stuff in there. And when I recently started digging around in some of the dirt, I saw some fungus and some mildew in my dirt. Well, if you really are wanting to have good looking plants, I think that's probably not the thing to do. So anyway, I'm going to try to be more careful about that. But that leads us up to this planter. Now, I did have to, you know, do a little bit in here because, as you can see, I'm down to my last little hurrah here. So, and this has really good drainage, y'all. It doesn't come, there's no holes in the bottom, but it's got one of those trays that's about that high. So what I did was to stretch my potting mix, and this, it's new, but in the dirt, the little bit of dirt that I used, it doesn't have anything in it because it's sat there a year. But I used some sphagnum peat moss, and I kind of mixed it with my potting mix, succulent potting mix. But this thing is deep, y'all. So I had to bring the soil up, or my plants would be down, you know, down. as it is, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. See, they're going to be like that. But that's okay though, because what I want is to replicate that huge bed that I had in Washington. I want them to be crowded together. They like that. They don't like to be lonely. They do grow. So that's why these are spindly like this. I call that spindly because really, until I came out here and started noticing them, the ones I saw were all just compact and packed together. We didn't have a lot of succulents in Arkansas or Texas that I remember. So what I did was I mixed some sphagnum peat moss and my last little bit of potting mix for succulents, and a little bit of dirt that I had in a container. There was nothing growing in it. I mixed it around really good. It was really dry. I put a little bit of that kind of down toward the bottom and just a few little rocks so that I could kind of fill this container. These succulents are going to be so confused. Their roots are going to be going, ooh, this is so nice. Not too wet, not too dry. Boom. What the heck is that? I think it's a rock. So they're going to be really confused. But they're going to be okay, because I am going to tell you, these are the toughest of the tough. Now, some of the longer ones like this, even though she's got some little roots down here, she'll root fine. I want them to all be close to the dirt, because it's not long until they get like that. So anyway, I thought that I would just share that with y'all, and I will show it to you when I'm done. Now here's the thing. I want to pick out like one of the nicest, the bigger ones. In fact, I might even go rob a great big one for the centerpiece. And then go gradually down. So that's what I'm working on this morning, y'all. I am painting pots over here, and yesterday Maria, now this is a little off subject, but I'm done with this, succulent stuff, so that doesn't count. I was out in my front yard, and she came out, and she came over and she was asking me about you painted your pots, and of course she can see me when she's back there working, and usually I spray paint, and I've stopped doing that, and I'll tell y'all why. Anyway, she said, hold on, I know the name for that. Blanco. Anyway, it's supposed to mean white. And she was smiling and nodding like she really liked that. So I painted her a pretty good size white pot. Now I told Leo yesterday, I said, if she wants me to paint her some pots, just let me know and I'm happy to do it. And so they were on their way somewhere. I just so envy people that have big families. There is a big downside to that, and trust me, I know. But sometimes I wish that my family had been different, but they weren't. So it is what it is. So anyway, y'all, oh God, get that lizard. Go, protect me. Go get the lizard. I gotta throw something, y'all, to scare him. Man, they like to hang out over there where all those blocks are. I need to get that chore done. Oh, gave me goosebumps. I'm in a corner back here, y'all. I have nowhere to go. It's okay, Ted. Teddy peed on the toilet last night. Isn't that nice? Would y'all call that progress? I know. Look at Ted now. See that? Yeah. He hates them, y'all, but I cannot help it. I watched him leave the front door and start trotting down this way, and I thought, yay, I'm going to give him a whole bag of treats. I don't care if it does make him fat. If he goes down there on his own and pees in his potty. He came down right next to it. And my bird feeder that needs a little work, not bird feeder, bird bath, peed right on it. Yep. He's never not going to have a diaper on again. I can't stand that, y'all. Anyway, he's a great little dog, except for that. His barking, he'll bark once now, and then he pretty much just shuts up, which is progress. It's awesome. I just can't handle the leg hiking. Thank God his little legs are only about 4 inches long. If he was a German Shepherd, I don't know. I'd have to have the bottom third of his legs amputated. No, I'm kidding. Y'all know that. But anyway, I better get on with this because the sun will be here very soon. And Joyce, honey, I think about you all the time, and I'm working hard, but it's just hard for me. And I'm trying to accept that about myself. I think Jerry has. He doesn't really come over anymore and look at something and say, what have you been doing? Because he knows what I've been doing. I have been busy. I'm out in my yard 7, 8 hours a day, sometimes more than that. It depends on how long I can last before I climb into the shower. But the kids always come and get me at supper time, so I know I have to stop and feed them. And I try to take a break during the day, get in my recliner, which is not totally flat. I wish it was, but it's not. But that helps, and I've been staying up really late at night, and I figured out why that was too, but I'm not going to tell you. How far is up? 18 minutes. Okay, y'all, I love you. I'm not even going to talk about doing the comments. I will get to them when I do, but I am sorry that I don't do them like lickety split like I did when I lived in Tank. Hey, I had nothing else to do, so I'm blaming it on the cottage. Do something fun today, and I love y'all, and please be careful. I never thought that I would still be saying this, but do something fun. Don't depend on anyone else to make you happy. Make yourself happy. Do something that makes you happy. Yeah. But more than happiness, contentedness. That's the key right there. I'm going to shut up. Goodbye. Boom.